So there are various ways that we can talk about how yoga blends with science. One of the mechanisms which is scientific is also related to neuroscience. So in science they talk about how the brain pathways are activated when we do several things related to movement or speech or anything. So the term which is used in science is neuroplasticity, and when we talk about yoga, it is very much related to neuroplasticity. So what is neuroplasticity? So they say neurons that fire together, they wire together, which means that whatever is happening in the brain is basically in the form of electrical signals. So that is the firing that is happening in the brain. So whatever we do in our lives, whether we talk, whether we move, whatever we do, the electrical signals in the brain are getting fired, and only then they connect to each other, which is the wiring that is happening. So when you do yogic practices, the asanas, the pranayam, the chanting, what you're doing is you're repeating certain activities, certain movements related to sound, and then you are stimulating the brain pathways, you are making your neurons fire, and due to that firing happening constantly, they are getting connected, they are wiring. So what happens is, if you want to improve your range of motion, if you want to improve your balance, if you want to improve your flexibility, even related to emotion, you want to train your mind to be more happy, to be more calm, to be more self-controlled, to be more equanimous, no matter what happens in your life. All this is related to mind training. So you have to stimulate those pathways in the brain for this to happen. And in this way, if you relate yoga and science, you will see that yoga in itself is very scientific, and how the asanas in yoga, the breath practices in yoga, meditation, chanting practices, all these things, how they are helping the brain to retrain and rewire, due to which you are changing your brain. You are changing the pathways in your brain. You are having more control over those pathways, and you are helping the brain to act in the way that you want. So that's how yoga and science, you can say, blend together. Now this is just one example. There can be various examples also. Thank you.